Ladies and gentlemen, you are now watching the hottest sports podcast in the South, the best damn sports podcast, period. This is...
Do you feel the vibes?
What is up? Welcome to a Trash Talking Thursday edition of the hottest sports podcast in the South. Sentell's Intel right here live on YouTube. You know I am the sensational Sentell. Let me introduce you to my guest before I go any further. To my left, the one and only Tony Buck Thomas is in the house. To my right, Wentz Woods is in the building. Gentlemen, we got things going on. We got things happening this weekend. We got a huge game this weekend down in Jacksonville, Florida. We'll get to that in just a few minutes. We also got some NFL talk. We'll talk about the Lakers a little bit. They just getting the season started. I got my ACC, SEC power rankings I'm going to get into. But you know, Thursday. So, you know it's a Thursday. So I gotta give you one. I gotta give you this. So let's get right to it. The Thursday edition of Sentell Sucka of the week. So let's go.
Can you dig it, Sucka?
All right. This young lady, now I could have went several ways with this, and I was going to give it to Megan Kelly. But she's a 47-year-old white woman who thinks that blackface is not racist. And I don't know how she don't know that. But that's a complete lack of knowledge and is ignorant. I could have went there. But I seen my friend, Charlamagne the God, had already gave a dunk of the day, so I didn't want to rub him. I didn't want to step on his toes. This little girl named Treasure.
Oh man.
I don't like to get on the kids. I really don't. I try not to talk about kids. I really don't. But look, me and my guest co-host, we sitting right here now. We're gonna play this video. Now they sit here in my witness. Y'all can't see this woman, but they can vouch for me. This little girl.
I know a lot of people take issue with my beliefs. I'm white. I'm a Caucasian because everything about me is different from an African American. I have naturally straight hair. My hair isn't nappy. It doesn't require weave. My nose is not giant as like African Americans. My lips are perfect. They're not too big and they're not too small. Like, they're just perfect. My ears, I don't have black people ears because they're really giant. Most African Americans speak ghetto. But when it comes to black people, I think they're all ugly and I have nothing in common with them. I'm different from African Americans because I'm white. My figure is just like Kim Kardashian, and she's a wonderful role model. I act and I think like a white person instead of a black person. I believe that I'm completely and utterly better than them. Like, we're on two different levels. Like, okay, African Americans are here, I'm here. White people act and think just way more mature than African Americans. Black people, they think in a criminal way. When I think about African Americans, I feel like asking them, what is wrong with them? They're really dangerous. If an African American is on the same street as I am, I'll cross the street to avoid their chaotic, thuggish ways.
Are you okay?
I'm irritated.
I'm sorry.
I just know that I'm white. I mean, she might not know that I'm white, but I know that I'm white. I can feel it through my veins. I feel it through my blood. I tell my mom I'll never be like any of those Negroes. My mom tries to criticize me about my supposed race. I tell her she's just ignorant. There's nothing wrong with my views or beliefs because I have freedom of speech and everything I'm saying is true.
I don't even... I shouldn't laugh because it's blatant ignorance. And I just don't know where this young lady... Her mother is black. So she has a black mother. I have no idea where to even begin with this. I told you Megan Kelly, I thought she took the cake. And I was like, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna kill Megan Kelly today. I'm gonna just get her. And I see this and I'm like,
The little black girl took the spot.
in the hell just happened? What is between Kanye West and Megan Kelly? Now this, I'm about to lose my damn mind. The next is what? November 6th? Oh my Jesus. I don't even know what to begin with this. The girl is 16 years old, so obviously she is lost. So I don't really want to come down on that hard. But fuck it. She's ignorant.
Get the strap.
And I don't, I'm going to turn to my elder statement because this is, Because this is like some old thought process. Because basically, what you're saying is, we've heard it throughout the history of mankind. You know, these certain stereotypes, these certain things that are supposedly attached to us as black people. And I don't know who she hangs with, where she lives at. I don't even know where she's from.
But actually, mom, then they suburbs, living in suburbs. So she, the mom, back to. So the school they was going to. But to me, you say I laughed when I seen it. I put laugh, ha ha face, and you know why? Because I said this. How you get rid of that? Send it to a KK meet, and they are definitely let her know that she's not white. Period. It's still dark. That will end all everything. I'm sorry. It's over. It's a wrap. Go to a KK meeting, right?
Yeah.
That skin color that you have,
dark is all
that big
dark
nose,
with the nose,
and the ears,
with the lips,
and the lips.
Go have the audacity.
Audacity to say that.
No nigger lip.
But you know what I said? You know what?
Nigger,
But
nigger lip.
You know what I said though?
Negro.
You know one thing I said? I want her. Because I can look at her mirror and say. But you know, that's, I mean, I laugh. But that's all you gotta do to get her back to reality. Good KKK.
I can't disagree. Man, it's like Uncle Ruckus got a sex change. What the hell, man? Yeah, Auntie Ruckus, yeah, that's what it is now, man. Yeah, I seen her earlier and I was like, what the hell kind of damn jigaboo juice she been drinking on, man? Like
that shit was so hard to watch, bro.
Yeah.
Like I laughed because it was blatantly funny at the beginning, but then she kept talking. I'm like, now she just ignorant.
You can really tell, like she really got in her head that she's white.
But the thing about it is, because not even talking about the biggest thing to me wasn't the thing about she was saying that she was white. Biggest thing.
And down in her people.
She was racist by calling people
that
talking to him. If you think you can white, okay, but don't.
I agree. I totally agree. I just didn't understand because how I seen the video. I'm gonna be politically correct. Caucasian girl posted it, and she was like, "What the hell kind of brainwash shit is this going on?" And I mean, it's sad because it's like, what the hell? I mean, this is our future. This is our generation. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like we done went like 30 years backwards or something. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't want everybody
to
not focus. Sometimes they not racist. They have a own with way more. I was coming.
Yeah.
When I came up one side of the track, other side of the track. Now, small town where I'm from, it's the tracks and everything. Everybody is everywhere, so it's a little different now. But all times, and definitely help our kids. A lot of the kids out of Africa.
I totally agree with you on that. Like,
that point.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree because, like, you know, I had a lot of people complain, oh, we got the short month of the year, you know, celebrate Black History. Look, celebrate it every day through the whole year, man. You know what I'm saying? You just don't have to celebrate in February. Celebrate throughout the whole year. You know what I'm saying? Let them know about their heritage, their ancestors. Let them know everything. I agree.
Well, without a doubt, you know, this was the easiest sucker we got. I think I've ever had. I mean, this just wrote it damn 7. I didn't even have to write any joke for this. This was just picture tailor made for Sucker of the Week.
Jason Whitlock one easy.
That's every week. I can do Jason Whitlock every week. I mean, I can do it every week. But without a doubt, this girl named Treasure, you without a question, Sentell Sucker of the Week. So let's move on to my ACC and SEC power ranking. Let me up for this. Hey. ACC, SEC, power ranking. Let's start with ACC first. Whew. We're gonna go from the bottom to the top like Drake. At number 14, just 2-5 overall, 0-4. Louisville. Like Bobby Trino is getting fired. He'll soon have reports, or he will be out as the head coach. At number 13, another man who should be on his way out the door. UNC, 1-5 overall, 1-3 in the ACC. Larry Fedora should be heading out the door here soon. At number 12, Wake Forest, 3-4 overall, 0-4 in the ACC. At number 11, Georgia Tech, 3-4 overall, 1-3 in the ACC. At number 10, the Pitt Panthers, 3-4 overall, 2-2 in the conference. At number 9, FSU, 4-3 overall, 2-3 in the conference. At number 8, Syracuse, 5-2 overall, 2-2 in the conference. At number 7, the 5-2 Blue Devils, 1-2 in the conference. Number 6, Boston College, 5-2 overall, 2-1 in the ACC. At number 5, the overrated, vastly overrated Miami Hurricanes, 5-2 overall, 2-1 in the conference. At number 4, the Virginia Tech Hokies, 4-2 overall, undefeated, 3-0 in the conference. They are playing right now. Georgia Tech, Virginia Tech, on ESPN Thursday Night Football. At number 3, the Virginia Cavaliers. Let me give a big hand to my man Bronco Mendenhall, doing a wonderful job in Charlottesville.
Candidate for head coach of the year?
Yes, 5-2 overall and 3-1 in the ACC. At number 2, NC State Wolfpack come out of a beat down by the number 1 team in my ACC power rankings. They're 5-1 though, 2-1 in the ACC. But without any doubt, I was thinking about having a space at 1, then a big, huge gap for the rest of these teams. Because number 1 is the Clemson Tigers, 7-0, 4-0 on the ACC, and then boy, they seem to find something last weekend in the passing game. Watch out, ACC. And let's move on to the ACC, my side of this dynamic table. At number 14, Chad Morris and the Arkansas Razorbacks, 2-6 overall, 0-4 in the conference. Kelly Brown was there last week. He'll be in Missouri this weekend. At number 13, the Vanderbilt Commodores, 3-5 overall, 0-4 in the SEC. At number 12, the Tennessee Volunteers, 3-4, 1-3 in the conference. At number 11 is the Mizzou Tigers, 4-3 overall, 0-3 in the SEC. At number 10 is the South Carolina Gamecocks, 3-3 overall, 2-3 in the SEC. At number 9 is Ole Miss, 5-3, 1-3 in the SEC. At number 8, 5-3 Auburn, and 2-3 in the SEC. At number 7, Mississippi State, 4-3 overall, 1-3 in the SEC. At number 6, Kentucky, 6-1 overall, 4-1 in the SEC. At number 5 is Texas A&M, 5-2 overall, 3-1 in the SEC. At number 4, the Florida Gators, 6-1 overall, 4-1 in the SEC. At number 3, Georgia, 6-1 overall, 4-1 in the SEC. At number 2, LSU Tigers, 7-1 overall, 4-1 in the SEC. And at number 1, again, I started to make a big gap between the 1 and the number 2. Number 1 is undefeated Alabama Crimson Tide, 8-0 in the conference. 8-0 overall, 5-0 in the conference, without a doubt. The best team in the SEC. I'll turn to my left. Any problem with the ACC or SEC power?
Ain't nothing you got.
I actually had Duke at number 5.
Okay.
I had Duke at number 5. I got Miami. And actually, I SC. Overall, been tested.
Haven't been tested.
You know, so what's going to happen? Quarterback pay off. ACC conference. I mean, if North Carolina State is number 2, I would have watched North Carolina State. North Carolina State quarterback, horrible. So, high speed, watched it. Not good. Everybody thought they were. Same with Syracuse. ACC to me is.
It definitely took.
Yeah, it's rough. For the SEC, like when you get to 62, and this is the thing, and this is gonna set out anyway because Alabama play Georgia, Alabama play LSU next week. Yeah. We'll get to the big game this weekend. But if you look at 6, you know A&M beat Kentucky, Kentucky beat Florida, Florida beat LSU. So if you really get from 62, like, you can put these teams kind of mix them up. Yeah. They beating each other right now. So. To me, it's I look at Kentucky and really they've been winning, but they haven't looked in. They scored 14 whole points last week. Offense is just not a good football team. He's not that good. I think he threw for all like 59 yards last week. So I'm looking at right now going, would that team beat these teams on neutral field right now? I don't think they'd be better than those teams, but I guess. But those are your SEC, ACC power rankings for the weekend. For heading into this week of games. But I don't know if you guys have heard, but right. It's Florida. It's Georgia. And for the first time in a long time, it is a big, big game. It is the biggest game of the week by far. 2 top 10 ranked teams down in Jacksonville. You know how they do split the half the stadium in orange and blue and the other half is in red and black. You know, Georgia people been giving me hell for the last year, 364 days, and I just can't wait to Saturday to come. But this should be a good one. The last 5 matchups, Florida's 3-2, but the last real close game was 2013. It was 23-20 Georgia. But if you look at those other 4 games, the last 5 they've been blowouts. Last year was beat down. Georgia beat Florida down 42-7. Embarrassed them. Got the coach fired the week after. So it was just a mess. But Florida comes in at the number 22 ranked total defense. Georgia comes in at the number 16 ranked total defense. And should just be a hell of a football game. I turned to my left. Just your overall thoughts of Florida Georgia weekend.
Well, the biggest thing is Georgia's got a wake up call.
Oh yeah,
Georgia. You know when they played against South Carolina and Missouri, they wasn't sharp overall. You see, Kirby Smart was upset a lot of times. Then came the LSU game. I come back, not being sharp. They came home.
The chickens.
They came home on the roost. And they lost that game 36-6. But they done had 2 weeks off. They get that before this big game.
No, it's just one.
Just one.
It's just 1 week. It's just one. It's only one. It's a bye week. Both of them get a bye week every year. It's
a bye week, but when did they play?
They played LSU. That was 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
So they had a bye this past week. They playing this weekend. So it's 1 week. It's a 1 week bye.
You would think it will, but
there's only a 1 week bye.
Yeah.
Go on.
All right. So, but what I'm saying though, so I think Georgia's gonna respond. You know, just like they did last year when they got whacked by Auburn, came back and they played ball, and all that was a big. I just think Gators defense is good. Gators defense, a top pass defense. Florida secondary, talented, and Georgia's. Gators pass defense, the pass rush coming in. Florida past 160. I think what's going to happen, Georgia, there, beat them. Picks.
I'll go with you. Just overview the game. I mean, go ahead. Your thoughts of the game.
It's gonna be interesting. I think with Georgia, I feel like they're gonna have to. They coming against a good defense that that they can get after the quarterback. So I feel like they need to come early with some like early halfback screens. You know what I'm saying? Get the them edge rushers. They gonna definitely gonna come up field. So that was definitely slow it down. But yeah, that quarterback definitely gonna have to step up this week. But I'm a defensive guy. You know what I'm saying? I feel like defense in game. I feel like Florida got the best defense. I think when it come down to it, I think Florida will. I think they would actually score more points. I think they would beat Georgia. Don't have no actual score, but I think Florida.
The thing about it is with I think what they're gonna defense. Georgia got a good defense. They got a good second. They're gonna those two quarterbacks
both will play.
Both will play.
Yeah.
So I think that's gonna be a difference.
Special teams gonna have to come down to like who special teams gonna be good in this game.
Both got real good kickers. I mentioned both defenses. I'm gonna mention the rush defense. Georgia's got the number 40th ranked rush defense. They get about 136 yards a game. Florida's got the 73rd, but since the Kentucky game, which was the second game of the season, they all allowed 123 yards per rushing game. So they have shorted the rushing defense a little bit better. But in a game where you must bring your A game, this game is going to be decided by a couple of F's, Fromm and Franks, because this is going to be down to the quarterbacks all day long because they're going to have to play in the passing game because I think both teams will be able to get something done in the running game because offensively they are built to run the football. And if you look at the LSU game, I'm going to slap the offensive coordinator for Georgia because they were running the football and went away from it way too early and started throwing and trying to make Fromm look good. But they even ran the ball for like 6 yards a carry early on against LSU. They just stopped running it. So Georgia's always going to be able to run the ball. Now, Florida can get manhandled up front because they have been manhandled before. It can happen. But when you get you in that third and long situation with them pass rush, we got 21 sacks on the season, which is outstanding. Yeah. We can actually get after you up front. Again, this is going to come down to the two L's. It's Fromm and Franks.
Three F's, don't and Franks. and that's what I really think. I think Justin is going to make a difference.
I agree with that. I think Fields both guys will play. If you look at Fromm numbers, 66% completion percentage, 13 TD. Franks about 56%. 14 on yard, 15 TDs. So they're about the identical guys. Fromm got a little bit better high percentage, but it's going to come to those guys. But whoever can establish the run more to me is going to be the winner. You pick Georgia, you pick Florida. I'm recruiting myself on this pick. So, I just gave my opinion on what I think is going to happen. I think this will be one of those traditional Georgia close games. I think if you had told me coming into the season when this game be close, I would have said probably not. If you had told me midway, I would have said probably not. Then I saw Georgia against LSU, and I saw us against LSU. We can compete with this football team. Now, if Georgia play their best game, I think we can beat Georgia. But if they play a B game and we play our A game, we can beat Georgia. So we shall see. I think it's going to be fun. Can't wait. SEC Nation to be there. Game day going to be there. CBS Game of the Week. All of that good hoopla stuff. So should be fun. Florida beat Georgia just like the old days when it meant something. Georgia people. My Georgia people, I got love for you, baby.
Man, it ain't been too bad for you at work, ain't it?
Nah, they've been humble.
They've been humble. Wow.
LSU humble.
Wow.
You get beat by 20. Yeah. You get humble, And I told y'all people, they got mad at me because, they think I'm not objective. And I said, well, Fromm hasn't played well. And you haven't really been stopped. And you haven't been tested yet. You got tested. Yeah. See, that's why I think they'll play better this week because that was the first big game of the year they played.
They have been playing sluggish. They have been playing up about bounces. Exception. Pick six. That's the biggest. I think they're gonna be ready and prepared.
Oh yeah, I honestly think they're gonna have a game plan. I mean, personally, I'm like you. They establish that run early, and if it's working, stick with it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely keep them pass rushers. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they do. Well, can get after it.
Absolutely. And like I said, the guy gets in, he says Sentell, Florida, and Georgia, both quarterback suspect. That's true. Because guess what? Somebody going to win this football game, and they're going to come down. Which one of them guys play the best probably going to win the game. Because I think both teams gonna try to take the run away and make those guys beat them. And because you have to do that against Georgia, most definitely stop their run. You have to make Jake Fromm beat you. But yeah, I'm sure on the other side they're saying the same thing about Florida. So we're gonna come down to the quarterback position. In that game, Florida is a 6.5. They giving Florida 6.5 points. So Georgia's a big favorite. Speaking of big favorites, another big game involving a Sunshine State team and an upstate team. It's the 7-0 Clemson Tiger versus the Florida State Seminoles, who are 4-3, but they come off a big win against Wake Forest and have kind of righted themselves. Florida State is a 17-point underdog at home. Last 10 matchups, though, interesting enough, 5-5, but Clemson has won 3 straight, looking for a record-breaking 4 straight. They have never beaten Florida State 4 straight times. Handicap Clemson, Florida State for me because I know how much you love Clemson.
This is what I love. I just go party.
I just go ahead.
I just go party.
I asked.
Everybody keeps saying I love Clemson. No. USF, baby. AAC, not AC.
Okay.
But Clemson looking to go for their third in a row, 8-0. Fourth game over Florida State. The Atlantic Coast Conference. What is Florida State? Taggart getting this team together. But I think that the Florida State run defense versus Travis Etienne, that's going to be the key match. Because Florida State has top defense. They're out 5 touchdowns. Football. Etienne's 800 average of 1.2 yards a carry. So, and that's going to be the key. So, I think what Florida State's going to do is come up and say, we're going to stop the run and make this true freshman beat them. This is the key about this true. Everybody talk about this true freshman. But Clemson has on their team, Dabo's son, 4 stars, 5 stars. Got Ross, got T, both of those.
Amari Rogers.
Who's on Renfro, but key. One of the things that Trevor Lawrence, those out route. I still see inconsistencies on some of his deep outs. Got T. Higgins that's
he got guys that can bail them out when they need it.
Bail them out for who
dogs.
Really, he got size. There's only 2 guys. That's 5'10". It's Rogers and Renfro. That's those guys. So that's one of the biggest things. And so I think what's gonna happen is that defense gonna collapse and he's gonna make them play what. Got those 4 guys on front on the that offensive line can control those. That offensive line, Florida State, control that defensive front. One thing I know, Clemson's back 7. Clemson back 7 is suspect. So if he is able, if they're able to do that, then I think you'll see Taggart's offensive intelligence.
You want this part because I'm just chopping the bit because one thing we know, Florida State offensive line has been absolutely garbage for the last 4-5 years. They are terrible, and I'm got numbers. I bring facts to back this up. They have allowed 18. They have allowed 18 sacks in 7 games. That's over almost two sacks a game, right? Florida State. Can you believe a school like Florida State? Let me give you this number. They are ranked the 124th in rushing. They're not even averaging 100 yards a game rushing. Think about Florida State. There are only 129 schools in the FBS. Florida State, this is one of the premier programs in the country, and they're ranked 124th in rushing. The offensive line has been abysmal, but they can't stop the run. They 8th against the rush. So they do a good job against the run, but they 54th in total defense. This is gonna be a long day for FSU. I'm not taking joy in this. You know I'm not taking any joy in this. I'm not. But they just
get a smile for faith, man. You ain't taking a joy.
And we're gonna get back to last week. NC State stopped Clemson run last week. They were determined we're gonna take 18 away. So y'all had 38-yard rushing. We had 3 TDs. Did Trevor Lawrence kid like 300 yards and lit them up on the outside because you lead them cornerback 1-on-1 with those guys they have,
That's and
Florida State got the little miniature cornerbacks.
Yeah.
Could be a long day. Your thoughts on Florida State?
Man, damn, man. It's gonna get ugly. Cause I mean, they got exposed against us real bad. You know what I'm saying? When we played the first game of the year. We sat them five times. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it was ugly. So I expect Clemson's defensive line, their front seven, to get after it. I mean, I think it's going. Francois going to have a bad day.
Think he might not finish the game.
It's a possibility he might not finish.
He may not finish the game.
He may not finish. It's going to get ugly. But if that offensive line can somewhat hold up, if they can hold up, like you said, Clemson has a suspect
back seven.
Not even from the corner. I'm talking about from the
linebackers. The coverage is suspect.
We agree. We all agree with that.
And it's very suspect. But it's so hard to like. And I'm gonna bring up another fact. But to all my Clemson people out there, do not hate me for what I'm about to say. But every time Clemson go against a team and that team getting big numbers on the card,
they don't.
Clemson always, they always, send
they covered last week at 18.5.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But come on, but I'm
last week.
That was the one time I said, you know what, I'm not fooling with it because it was NC State. Come on, we all know the history between Clemson and NC State. A lot of
people that mess with it.
Exactly. So now it's like, do I want to? Because Florida State getting 17.
17 on the road. How bad is
17 for Florida State to be that bad? But it's another thing also, guys. Forget about Brian Burns.
He can get out there. He makes a sack with ACC
he can get out for it. Be able to get to Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, because
you got to hit Trevor Lawrence. Will he be able to take Trevor Lawrence out of the game? And that's going to be the key. And then you have to go to the backup.
I guess my question is, I think we all agree that Clemson's going to win the game.
Oh, yes.
Can they summon enough? Because they got talent. We just the offensive line is just so damn bad.
It's bad.
But can they keep this thing within a touchdown? Can they keep it within a touchdown?
I said like 2 touchdowns.
So you would say take the 17?
I say don't even fool that game. Because honestly, my opinion, I cannot trust Clemson when it comes to if some reason I just can't trust them. And Florida State, I would never right now with them. I couldn't take Florida State with them 17 points. Yeah, because they need me personally. They have to give Florida State 28 points for me to even consider to take that. You know what I'm saying? Game, but I just see Clemson they got too much. The only way I can see Florida State having a chance, that offensive line has to step up and give them a chance.
They're gonna have to. Clemson receivers, they're gonna make Trevor try to beat them. That's gonna make Trevor.
But they're gonna try to rough him up a little bit, get him dirty. Try to put some hits on him. That's what you want to do because he's a fragile guy. He's a thinly frail type guy. But I just don't know, man. How have Florida State fallen, man? When you give it 17 at home,
yeah.
You're a 17-point dog at your own house, man. How bad?
And another thing about Florida State though, start slow. You get Wake Forest. They spotted Wake Forest 10 points. And if you do that against Clemson, it's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
That defensive line is going to start dancing.
I will say this: 2 out of the last 3 times they played, the game has been close. Yeah. Very close. An overtime game, I think, was in there. A 37-31, 34-30 game was in there. So, close game, 20-13. So there's some close games in there. So even last year, because the scoreboard doesn't say it, the game was close into the third quarter. They were there, but 17 points in line. I may take 17 on that call. You gotta have some pride about yourself at some point. 17-point dog at home. You gotta have some damn pride about yourself, Florida State. But I got Clemson win out. They'll get at least 30. I'll go 30. I'll go 30-17. What I said.
42. And no last 2 touchdowns coming in the fourth.
So you need to take those. So you saying take Clemson?
Taking 17.
I ain't, but see, that's the thing. I'm saying it now, but who knows what's gonna happen? I just Clemson. I just don't fool with them on the card.
Will Florida State come out pumped?
They gonna be hyped. They gonna be
it's
fired
a rivalry. A lot of people know it's a rivalry. Will they be pumped?
I think they will.
I think they will, but it ain't gonna last long.
It won't last.
and maybe not. Maybe not last long, but.
The team, maybe not him, got hurt in one game. He did start the first. He got hurt. Team kind of battled back. They were down. They could have easily folded the 10 and lost that game against Syracuse.
Yeah.
Got to score on us and you 5 touchdowns.
Oh, but I'm gonna give it to Clemson. But I think it's. I think they'll come.
That's what I did. 37. But other notable games around college football, we're not gonna talk about it in depth, but just. Games. Iowa at Penn State. Iowa all of a sudden 6-1, and so they're rolling. Penn State struggling a little bit. They barely beat Indiana last week. Kentucky at Missouri. Drew Lock versus that really good defense. Bennett Snell is one of the best backs in the country, but that's all they really have. Tennessee at South Carolina this week. Not a whole lot good to say about it.
The only good thing I will say is because I've been seeing a lot of game caught people that going off and they got them new quarterback coming in next year.
Well, Helinski look like a guy who could be really, really good.
Exactly. Me personally, anything's better than the guy they got now. I'm just.
Well, let's take a quick little second here, and we'll come back and we'll talk. We'll get into where do we want to go. We'll talk about the Lakers when we come back from the break. We'll talk about how the Lakers are doing so far 4 games to the NBA season. Right back. And we're back. So let's get into this Laker talk. I think I had him as at least a 4 seed in the West coming to see. I think you had him 8 seed. I think
I had him at 4.
You had him at 4 too as well. Right now they're 1-3, struggling right now real bad. Ingram is out right now, suspended. Rondo is out currently right now, suspended. They did get a win last night against the Raptors. God awful. They played the Denver Nuggets tonight. But what have you seen so far for the Lakers to start the season?
Well, the Lakers can put up points, but they can't stop nobody either. So because right now they're averaging 26 points, but they're giving up 100.
Dead last.
But they're number 2 in scoring. So that's the thing about number 2 in scoring. Right now they're just seeing how difficult they have to come and play every night. That's the style of ball they want to play. So they're gonna go, and it's gonna come down to LeBron. Right now, LeBron. No, they're missing Rondo. Rondo was it's a game. Josh Hart coming off the bench is really playing. JaVale McGee is leading the team in blocks. He got 3 blocks and he's playing well, with the team. But they're just seeing how difficult it is. Right now, Denver is leading the West. They're 4-0. Pelicans is 3-0. Pelicans offense. So right now they're going through their bumps and bruises, getting to know each other, but they're gonna see how difficult it is. I want to see how they compete tonight. Denver Nuggets, who did knock off Golden State
the other night. Yeah, they did. So what have you seen so far from the Lakers? All 7 side 4 games. What have you seen from the Lakers?
Me personally, they still getting they're getting the kinks out right. I mean, obviously, it's not gonna be all perfect, but offensively they playing. For them to score the points and not even having a real shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like a real 3-point threat or something. You know what I'm saying? For them to put up no type of points, I think it's pretty good. Lance Stevenson, that's my guy right there, man. I love some Lance. And I'm a LeBron fanatic, so LeBron, he's doing his thing. I think he's gonna have to step it up a whole lot more. But JaVale McGee, man, I'm so happy for that dude, man. Shaq, get off his nuts. Don't not say nothing else about this man. I am so happy. I'm so happy for that dude, man.
He is such an improved basketball player. It's unbelievable.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, I know it's early, but he probably the leading candidate of the most improved player this year.
He
like
is. Well, Zach LaVine, I don't know if he's seen Zach LaVine. Not to get off topic, but they paid him. And I sent about 16 texts like, who the hell would pay Zach LaVine this kind of money? But he is earning his money so far.
Exactly.
But let me stay on topic. But with the Lakers, I mean, we're not really knowing yet because you got runners out now, so you're missing all these games. So we still ain't got the chemistry issues going on. But what I do know, they can count JaVale McGee.
Yeah.
We know LeBron gonna step it up eventually. He's gonna get it going, but we gotta find. They have to find a second scorer. Who is gonna be the second scorer? Do you bring Kyle Kuzma to start when Ingram come back, or do you leave Kyle Kuzma on the bench when Ingram come back? Because he's averaging about 20 points a game.
Start him.
So you gotta find a second scorer here if you want to do some things. Again, it's early. I still think they get to the 4th seed, but that West does look awful difficult. That New Orleans Pelicans have made some great all-season moves that kind of went under the radar. I know about the Zach. You know about the Randall kid. They getting the Randall kid, but you know Miritich. They got some other guys that they picked up in the off-season. That team looks for real. Yeah. I don't trust Denver yet. They got some good pieces. I don't trust Denver yet. Don't trust Denver yet. But if this news is true about the Jimmy Butler to the Houston Rockets, that is gonna be a power shift in the damn West. That's gonna change a lot of things. If that comes to fruition, and I don't know if you haven't heard, but there's a rumor out that the Houston Rockets have a deal in place for Jimmy Butler for a bunch of boatload of first round picks.
Or
Jimmy Butler to the Houston Rockets makes Warriors and Raptors. I think that's about neck and neck to me. To me, that's about neck and neck.
It's still about you look at Houston's record right now at 1-3. About defense. You know, and they lost key defensive player. Man,
Trevor Ariza.
Golden State said, "Hey, you want to shoot? You want to play?" Golden State said, "Come on, let's do it."
You know what?
Wait, that's not how they got that. That's not how they got that.
But you know what? Though, I think the whole league is having a problem with defense.
Everybody's trying to.
Yeah, because like you look at like every game in the NBA is like 114, 120. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of that early season conditioning, people not in shape yet, but everybody's trying to compete with Golden State, so the game is being played at a crazier way. But I think the Rockets know the style. You saw it in the series. The first couple of games, they tried to run and gun with Golden State, and then they felt, we got to grind them down. If you get a Jimmy Butler, that is significantly better than Trevor Ariza and the other guy they lost. I can't think of his name right offhand. They lost another guy too, but they said Carmelo. No.
They lost the guy who played. He guarded the paint. You know, he defended the paint. Not Trevor Ariza defended outside. Yeah, but you know, and Butler's going to do the same thing. But right now, the issue is
Butler can score and defend. That's to me. That's because you look at that series. If Chris Paul, I think the worst. We don't know. If Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, we don't know. And you add Jimmy Butler to that. And you know, Carmelo should I don't know what they should do with him. He should just sit down somewhere. He's done. He don't know he's done.
He need to go ahead and just retire with D-Wade and this.
But to get back to the original point, Lakers, you concerned at all?
It's still early, man. It's still early. I think, they still got to work out, that right starting lineup and have the right guy come off the bench. So
the thing about it, I got concerned because the thing about it is, it comes down to get to the 4th seed. They're still gonna have to play deep. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have to play deep. They're not playing. I know everybody love LeBron, but LeBron don't play defense. Come on, guys, he don't. So if your key guy's not playing defense, who else gonna play defense? So that is the with them. Yeah, you go out there, you can score. You can score. Who are playing? I'm
surprised they're not better defensively with the young, long, athletic bodies. But defense is a buy-in because you gotta want to do it. Them guys should be very capable defenders. Those are long, athletic wing guys they had. Them guys should be really good defensive players. And I think right now they're using all that energy on the offensive end and not saving the defensive end. But I have zero level panic right now. My concern. 0. Let's move on to it.
If you think they'll get to the 4th seed, you better panic.
I'm not panicking at all. They got LeBron. I'm not panicking. They got LeBron. All right, let's move on to a subject that's near to your heart. It's a big trade in the NFL. Yes. The Dallas Cowboys made a trade to acquire our number 1 receiver. Amari Cooper is headed to Dallas. Say for a first round pick, I could have made that sucker of the week. But hey, I digress. Amari Cooper to the Dallas Cowboys. This impact, the thoughts. What can he do for your offense?
Well, the thing about it, when we talk about the offense, I go talk about what he can do for the offense because it is an upgrade and it's going to change the way teams against them defensively. But my thing is this: they have been the front office, coaching staff. They've been making mistakes over and over and over again. You could have did the same thing by you could have brought theirs back. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize last year we were 9-7. We played 6 games without Zeke. And a lot of people, they laugh at me. Oh, we played 6 games without one.
That's facts. I mean, that's facts
in the league. But this is what Amari Cooper is going to do. Amari Cooper. A lot of people are like, made 2 Pro Bowls.
Yeah.
Out of his draft class, only 5 guys that made the Pro Bowl. He done made it twice. So one thing about Amari Cooper, great route. Key thing about him, top of his route, fast on his. So he's going to create separation. So once you get a receiver, going to create separation, then that's safe. Then they can't crowd the line. So once they start doing that, when they start crowd the line, guess who's going to start getting off? That's going to be Zeke, and that's our key. And Gallup is creating separation. The key thing about Cowboys offense is the coordinator, but also Dak. Dak got to feed the defense a little bit better. Pre-snap, got to let go of the ball. That fumble that he had, and Gallup beat that corner off the rip. Stop and go, beat him off the rip. They didn't have a safety over the top. That should have been an easy pass, even 40 yards touchdown, not a fumble. So, but with Amari coming in, going to create. Now, people don't remember when Dez was at his peak in 2016, playing pretty well. Created at one of the. I think right now, Amari coming in, get a little bit out, getting. So it's going to break some separation. Dallas, the ability, what they like doing is running the football. Our pass protection for our front line still can block. Those guys still can run block. Got 8 people in the box. It's hard to run block.
Absolutely. Thoughts on the Amari Cooper impact on the Dallas Cowboys?
Personally, watching Dallas. The way they kind of run for that. I had him, running more and everything. That right there, that was probably the one thing that I liked the most. You know what I'm saying? I felt like they should have been doing that from the get go. You know what I'm saying? Getting him moving around a whole lot more.
Got away from it against Washington.
Yeah. But I think like they should have. I think that's what they bread and butter. Like move. I think they need to get him going. Some play action now, especially with Amari Cooper coming out. I definitely seeing a lot of play action coming. I feel like it's definitely going to help Zeke out a whole lot.
Absolutely.
It's definitely going to help him out a whole lot. So I expect him to, from here on out, definitely have a lot of big games from here on out. My thing is just Dak just don't drop the ball. You know what I'm saying? As long as he. Yeah, but I mean,
4 times in the last 2 games he's fumbled and lost it.
As long as he plays good, you know what I'm saying, I think they're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Because me personally, he's got the backup, he got the weapon that he needs just in case. You know what I'm saying? Emergency weapon like feet right there. You know what I'm saying? So and then with Amari Cooper, yeah, that's definitely gonna make it's gonna call for them B's and safeties. Like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna have to play backup. Because he's Pro Bowler. You know what I'm saying? He's been proven, so it's definitely gonna help out a whole lot. I just think it really just all falls how he plays.
Well, I got a couple, I devil's advocate, because I want to understand this, because this is what we need to understand. This is a couple of things that I have a problem with. Okay, Amari first couple of years. The first year he had 72 catches, 1,000 yards, 6 TDs. Second year he had 83 catches, 1,100 yards, 5 TDs. Last year he had 600. This year he was on pace for like 44 catches for like 560. So why the deduction in productivity? And then another thing, he leads the National Football League in drops.
So
was it a product of Derek Carr of the production of his? Is his motor? Is his head in the game? Because he don't say a lot. He doesn't talk a whole lot. So I mean, explain to me how he goes from 1153 to 680.
It's just consistency. You gotta be consistent, and then but also you gotta look at the Raiders. How consistent the Raiders were right now. Last year, yeah. This year I don't even count that because the Raiders have a head case. And Gruden, I don't know what he's trying to do, but he got 10 years to figure it out.
10 years.
And that's the biggest thing. So I think Amari, he needed a place.
Change of scenery.
And so hopefully, Dallas doesn't have a good track record with giving a number pick up for a receiver. So that's one thing. Talk about those two guys. But I think it's gonna make a difference, even though he's not catching great separation. So this Amari Cooper pickup are more of a design to help get the box
from being unloaded, man.
The box being unloaded
because you got to take that safe over.
Helping our offensive line out. Our rookie guard is not playing that well, and everybody's ripping Tyron Smith in half. But I think that's just product of that. Looking to help number 52 because sometimes and Williams, I want to do it. Not all that big. He's not that big. So talented. Not that talented. I'd rather have. I want Fredericks back. I want back so bad. If Fredericks come back, we move Looney to guard, man, because Looney is really started to beat that center. Fredericks come back and he I think we'll. But gotta wait and see. And the thing about it is, not too worried because we're playing in NFC.
Yeah, we have been bad so far, which is absolutely surprising. The Washington Redskins lead the division. They ain't gonna last long. Check down Anderson.
TJ Swearinger.
He's up there for defensive player. He's playing good football right now.
I know, and it's surprising because this is the guy that he couldn't even hold a damn tight end a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? Now it's ain't no hate on him, you know what I'm saying? Because I love seeing anybody in the city doing good, but he's playing ball. One thing I would definitely love to see is Josh, for one, can you please start traveling the number one receiver?
No, he's not going to do that.
You know what I'm saying? And but see, that's the thing. You're not the number one, the whole thing, but you've been the number one cornerback like that. Patrick Peterson, that was a guy I felt that's the guy, he took on the challenge, you know what I'm saying? Our rookie cornerback, Dory Jackson, he had his ups and downs because when we played Philly, I think, there's been a couple times that Alshon Jeffrey just
daughter.
Yes, he did. You know what I'm saying? But, Alshon Jeffrey's 6'5", 200.
Big old guy.
That's a big old guy, you know what I'm saying? So, but at the same time, he took on that challenge.
But let's see, you looking at it because of the payment. But we all knew when Washington signed him, that is not what he was good at. He was a product of a good system. And I love Mr. John. I love a good guy, really good guy. Does a lot of wonderful guy. But we all knew his job was a zone corner. Everybody knew that, but he didn't play like a man-to-man corner. But you asked him to do something that he does not do, which is line up and travel all over the field. Which he'll get up on a man one-on-one and try to, but he cannot sustain that and do that over and over again. He is not that kind of corner. I love you, Josh. So we're not going to get into all of that.
But then another thing, you got to look at the Cowboys' defense. And that's the key thing. The Cowboys defense balling out. We gotta make that move because defense is balling out. Our offense cannot keep causing our people get in the red zone. They don't score. I think
it's low.
Keeping it score low.
It's low. Like number 2 score defense.
16, almost 16 something points a game, but on the average about 13 offense. Can't do that.
So I'm gonna ask you a question, but I know you're gonna be objective at all. Any concern with Dak yet?
I already told. I've been telling you that, man. Dak look on one side. You remember they killed Dez because Dez had lost. Dez can't run routes. Dez can't do this. And I showed you that video where Dak is looking at one side of the field. He do not pre. I was watching the game. I was watching the game with Rick and Anthony. I saw that when it came out. I said, "Oh, Gallup got man to man." Had Zeke over to his left. We had back. We had three over to the right, so the safety was seated over there, and Zeke was on that side. The line right there. I said, "Oh, right off the rip, stop and go the same touchdown." No, he looked at Gallup, then he went back over here, stayed back there. It's like he got sacked, but you had enough time to get rid of the ball, and that's one of the things he's not doing. He's not getting rid of the ball a lot. Not a pocket pass. That's the problem. We have to get him on the edge. We have to roll him out and do anything like that. Yeah, he's a big boy, but in the NFL, I don't care how big you are, unless you're Cam Newton size, eventually somebody gonna get you. Somebody's gonna knock you. So I got a concern. I've been telling you that. I know Josh Elmore is killing me because he's like, you're gonna say I'm a Romo guy. No, he have to. I hate our offensive coordinator. I hate the head coach. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm gonna tell it like it is. The offensive coordinator, the head coach, and Dak. Dak's got to get better. That's the bottom line. He's got to get better. If anybody think he faced the rookie year, he blew it out. Everybody was crazy. I was crazy about it. I was calling it the Dak and Zeke show. But you get film, everybody figure you out. The thing about it is, figure it out. He got to
make an adjustment.
Got to get the ball out of his hand.
I agree because I watched some of them, videos, and accuracy. Like, it was some ball that he threw to Zach, and it was like, dude, what the hell, man? Zach ain't 10 feet tall. Like, what the, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I agree with you. Like, he's not a pocket passer. You have to get him to roll. You got to roll him out. And he definitely got to work on getting that ball out of his hands quick.
Pre-snap read progressions.
I feel like if it's exactly. I feel like that if it's not there, go. You know what I'm saying? Take off, just go. You know what I'm saying? Because you got the size, you got the athleticism. You know what I'm saying, to break off runs and everything.
And the thing about it, one thing about Dak, don't have receivers that can make right now. That's it. So Dak sometimes don't want to throw that ball in there. You're not getting separation. Hey, NFL receivers separation is not that big, guys. NFL receiver separation is like that, and you got small windows. So don't tell me receivers ain't getting separation, because this is the thing that happened. You got to come out with that firework. Let's drive.
He was magnificent.
He got to come out and do this type of thing. Let it rip. Throw the ball.
What's in us? The NFL windows are small. Let's move a transition really quickly over to a couple of NFL guys I want to talk to before we get out of here, man. Hey, man, we got some heavyweight matchups, man. Packers at Rams, 3-2 Packers at the Rams, 7-0 Rams. I mean, you got Aaron Rodgers against the best team in the NFL. We know what the Rams represent, number one total offense, second in points scored, 33.6. They can beat you any kind of way. Low scoring game, high scoring game, shootout. They don't give a damn. They just beat you. They don't even care. But Packers coming off a bye week. Maybe they can address some things. But hey, how you see this Packers at Rams? A-Rod versus Rams should be a good one.
Yeah. Okay. Right now, it's the new. I got the Rams. The Packers are good. Aaron Rodgers are good. Came back. Teams was last game today. Back 49. Game. Opportunity. Not even everybody just marvel about offense early. Quarterback. Two on that defense. You still on the cornerbacks. We're playing. Peters is not back on.
Marcus Peters did.
Marcus Peters.
Yeah. Thoughts on Packers and Rams?
Let me just get out of the way. I just ordered me a Aaron Rodgers debit card, and it's pretty as hell. But man, I love Aaron Rodgers, but you know what? And there was a topic. I think it was the other day on First Take. Packers wasting Aaron Rodgers.
They have
wasted the hell out of this man prime. When AP was free. First thing I thought, I was like, oh man, Packers gotta get him. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's not the AP of old, but I mean, it's still Adrian Peterson. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't go for it. I was just like, man, what the hell, what y'all waiting on, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude ain't. I mean, he ain't got too much left. You know, he ain't got too much left in the cannon. You know, this man still been banged up and everything like that. So it's like, while he's in his prime, help him out, but. At the same time, I'm not gonna take nothing from St. Louis. St. Louis is balling right now. LA, I don't know why I keep saying St. Louis, but yeah, LA is balling right now. Man, they got Sean McVay. What's the boy? Jeff. Man, oh my God, he is awesome. That dude there is like, I mean, for him to take Jared Goff and everybody had wrote Jared Goff off after that first season. Efficient. The damn devil. But for him to take that kid and just, I mean, he's a Pro Bowl quarterback. I mean, hell, can we say maybe MVP?
No, Todd Gurley is the best player in football.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not even exaggerating. Man, if you watch the Rams play
he's
football,
a bad guy, man.
This thing runs because of Todd Gurley. He is freaking special. But I'm gonna tell you something this week. Green Bay off a bye week. Green Bay had the 8th total ranked defense. Nobody knows this. And Jared Goff, even though he looks to be playing, which he's playing well, not playing terrible. If the Cup doesn't play this game, you got some chances for the Packers to make some plays after a bye week to figure some things out. I just think this is one of those type of games where Aaron Rodgers had to show that he's
the legend of Rodgers.
This is one of those games where you look at it. Aaron Rodgers can go into LA and beat this football team. I'll come here saying all kind of praises about Aaron Rodgers. I'm going upset this weekend. I think the Packers beat the Rams this weekend. The Rams haven't had a bye yet. They played 7 straight, so this will be 8 straight games. These games start to catch up to you. Now, I think the Rams are the better team, but you play a bunch of football at a high level, you're going to have an off week one week. I think this is the week where they have an off week, and I think Aaron Rodgers just picks up on them this week. I think the Packers upset the Rams in LA this week.
I think in the first year of everybody, play call. Yeah, he had.
Well, we know what Patrick Mahomes represents.
MVP. I just want to throw that out.
But that's because of a quarterback-driven league. But the best player is freaking Todd Gurley.
I can't disagree.
He's playing well.
I can't disagree.
I see from a standpoint, Patrick Mahomes. Gurley is great. I'm standpoint. Go over there, sit down with talk to him. I don't even think headphones. That's smart.
Locked in.
Control that offense. Just like you just remind me a little bit how Aaron Rodgers is. But we're talking about Green Bay. What's called so I'm just talking about the Gurley. What's called right now being
absolutely. He gonna be. I mean, he's a quarterback. So
yeah, exactly. And see, that's the thing. You expect the quarterback. Well, I don't think nobody expected Patrick Mahomes to come out and play like he did, but you got Tyreek Hill, you can do it, and Travis Kelce, you can do
a
lot of things.
They got
a lot of offensive weapons, but
Todd Gurley though, that guy. Go ahead. What you about to say?
So can I get some credit for telling you Alex Smith was holding people back? Check down, Alex was holding these people back. Mahomes got 20 TD passes. Alex Smith was holding these people back. I'm trying to tell you for years. Check down, Alex ain't winning nothing. Go ahead.
Man. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do Alex like that. Don't do that. Don't do Alex like that.
Go ahead. Get your foot by girl.
Nah, you shouldn't. Why you gonna do that, man? Why you gonna do Alex like that, man?
Check down.
Check down. He plays safe. You know what I'm saying? I get to him. But you know what? At the same time, the man, he rather turn the ball over. You know what I'm saying? And I'll take that any day. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, Todd Gurley, man, that dude there, I mean, at the running back position, doing what he doing, I mean, hands down. I mean, I can't disagree. MVP.
I like Todd Gurley.
I like Khalil Mack, but at the same time, Todd Gurley is on a whole nother atmosphere. But
so you picking down
LA
Rams big?
I think they win by. I even like. I think it's maybe 2.
Rams big.
I don't think big. I think Green Bay play with after coming off the bye week. I don't think it's gonna be. I think the Rams.
I got A-Rod, man. In a come from behind win, a close game. I got A-Rod. I think A-Rod gets upset. Like I said, Rams have played high quality ball for 7 straight weeks. They're gonna come a week where you ain't just not gonna have it. Green Bay off the bye.
This is gonna be that week?
Mike McCarthy comes up with some kind of game plan. They slow down the Rams just enough, and Aaron Rodgers is special in LA. Packers 31, Rams 28 in LA.
I'm so mad.
I think the Rams.
I did too, but I'm just so disappointed, Mike. Wait, just because I felt like he should have been like getting them that help in the. I ain't gonna say help, but I feel like it's still like certain pieces that I feel like
they just haven't done Aaron right since.
Yeah, exactly, man.
But let's move on to another a big game. This is the Minnesota Miracle from last season. The Saints take on the Minnesota Vikings, and Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is earning all of his guaranteed money right now, homie. 3rd in the league in passing yards, a 70% completion ratio, 15 touchdowns. Kirk Cousins has been outstanding. Vikings have got hot up as of late. They're 4-2-1, but playing really good football. The defense is starting to come back around. They struggled early, but they have found their way to be 11th in total D. Drew Brees, man. What can I say about Drew Brees? Dude, I had to look at these numbers twice because I didn't believe them. 13 TDs, 0 picks, 77%. This is some college type shit.
Oh yeah,
77%. I know some guys who can't throw 70% on air. It's 7 on 7.
Oh yeah.
This guy got 77% completion ratio in the NFL. Saints, Vikings.
Oh, it's gonna be great. Both quarterbacks playing very well. Big time receiver. Catch balls. Yeah, get behind. Big receivers in, but like I said, Drew Brees is
just amazes, man.
Yeah. You got R.
Michael Thomas, you got
I mean, R when he be running. I love to see him run, man. I mean, like he just like it's effortlessly. So, but with Minnesota, the defense is coming playing very.
Dude, they had 100 yards, catches, 6 straight.
10 catches, almost. He double-digit catches, 100 yards almost
every week.
He's
special.
I'm like,
he's special. He is a route runner extraordinaire, dog. If you ever watch him run routes, it's perfect.
Oh yeah, beautiful. It is.
Thoughts on Saints and Vikings?
Oh, interesting. I think it's gonna be a high-scoring game. I think it's gonna be a shootout. I think it's gonna be one of those games we talk about for a long time. Everybody, Drew Brees against Kirk Cousins is gonna be one type of game. Kirk is definitely, and I hated even saying that because I was so against it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't understand a guy that never won a playoff game. You know what I'm saying? And got all that money, but he's definitely earning his money. I definitely can't take that from him. I gotta say it like.
Say it real cool, like. Say it real cool, like.
Not that big.
No, it's barely 6 foot tall.
The question is, the Vikings. Like I said, the Vikings. They beat the Eagles, beat the Cardinals, and then they beat the Jets. So let's get a little bit of that mojo back, but played is not.
Sometimes what it takes,
exactly.
That schedule kind of gets you. The schedule lets you get back right. Get
back right.
Together.
Yeah.
I agree.
So Orleans pretty tough.
Like that's a tough win last week. I mean, they got down against Baltimore and come back and beat the number 1 rated defense.
Yeah.
From behind, they came back and beat the number 1 rated defense.
That's a weapon. I think other running.
Ingram's back.
He's back. So you got Ingram back.
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas. I mean, this wingspan catching the ball.
Catch radius.
He has become one of the elite receivers in the league.
And
Nobody's talking about it.
Nobody's talking about it.
Because it's not flashy.
Exactly.
I talk about it. I make people mad. I think
he don't talk about himself.
When he showed up, I think it was the Washington game where he just went off, and I was just like, can y'all hear the man now? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what?
But he don't self-promote. So
no, he don't. But at the same time, but that's what I like. Though. I like those guys that just he don't have to say nothing. He just go out there.
And Drew Brees
Drew Brees also joined list of 500 touchdown pass club last week too with the first.
And one of the guys, he's one of the only 3 players that I'm beat.
Drew Brees is a legend. But I need y'all to pick a winner for this game. Saints at Vikings.
in Minnesota.
Yeah, the Saints had that game won. Starting the round there.
You know, down the stretch in the playoff going. I'm gonna go with the Saints.
I agree. I definitely. It's hard for me to even go against Drew Brees. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely taking the Saints. Drew gonna have go for 300 yards. Michael Thomas, I think he'll have 100 yards. I think. I can never. Wheeling or guy's name. Wheeling. I think he's gonna have double-digit catches. I think Kamara. I think he's gonna have a pretty good game. Catching the ball, not running, but I think he'll have a good game catching the ball.
He can run, catch the ball, help him out.
Ingram been back. I agree because I told a lot of people I felt like when Ingram was going, I felt like it took it hindered him a little bit because
he's not an in between tackle guy.
Exactly. So, but I definitely think.
I'm gonna roll with I'm rolling with the Vikings, man. I'm rolling with the Vikings at home. I think they control the Saints running game up front. I think they take the running game away from them. I think Kirk Cousins has been playing fantastic as of late. They have found a little bit of running game with Latavius Murray, Thielen, Diggs, Rudolph. I mean, this is gonna be. I agree with you. I think it's gonna be a high scoring game, back and forth. Kirk Cousins and Breeze go. I think Breeze throws his first pick of the year in this game. Late, and the Vikings win a high scoring shootout, 38-34. I have the Vikings winning.
Yeah, I have to, man. I can't go against Breeze.
I believe in you, Kurt. You like that? Man. You like that? Man. I like that, Kurt. I like that. I had a poll question up today. Before we get out of here, we'll get to this poll question. I had a poll question up tonight. Who is most responsible for the lack of Julio Jones' red zone production? A. Matt Ryan or B. Steve Sarkisian, the OC. 57% say it's Matt Ryan. I would have gave him 50-50 because I think it's on both of them.
I think you left out. You put A, B, but you could have had also. Go ahead. I'll let you explain. I'm going to explain.
Go ahead.
Okay. Everybody's talking about red zone productivity. Okay. Last year, he had 19 attempts in the red zone. 19 attempts. How many touchdowns he had? Okay. Let's compare. Brown, AB. Everybody say, I'm just throwing it out because everybody say okay. Julio, 19 attempts in the red zone, 1 touchdown. AB, 20 attempts in the red zone, 2017, 5 touchdowns. Hopkins, 19 attempts in 7 touchdowns. So, what's the quarterback in? Oh, okay, yeah. So don't say it's because of what's going on. This is the thing about Julio Jones.
Go ahead.
Julio Jones is a great receiver. Trust me, he's a great receiver when the field is not small. When the field is big, when it's from the 20 to 20, they're 20. He's great. One thing about Julio, but he still be great enough to still score touchdowns because he's at speed, outrun most of these corners. But the thing about him is, afraid of these safeties and he's afraid of these corners. He goes down. You watch this game. When he catch balls, you can score. He goes down. He's too easily to be tackled to be his size.
Basically, he called Julio soft.
Soft. And and that's the thing about he's soft. He's soft. Last year, playoff games, Philadelphia, Atlanta, out route. He slips and falls. Matt Ryan right there. Get ready to throw it to him. He slips and falls. But he gets back up. Matt Ryan, I point. Julio jumps up. The ball goes right. It's crunch time. Then he came down. The ball came down. Everybody's a little bit out of bounds. You got a toe tap. AB toe tap.
That would have been a tough play.
But who made it? Who made it tough? He made it tough because he had man coverage down there on an out route and he slipped and fell.
That happens.
That happens, but it happens to him a lot. It happens to him a lot. When he gets to the red zone, I'm telling you, when the field shrinks,
he got to make contested plays because the red zone, the field is smaller. But I'm not blaming him. I want the first go ahead.
But who was their coordinator when they was
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan, same thing.
Yeah, but I mean at the same time now, that Kyle Shanahan thing, I remember how they spreaded that ball. That whole offense was, just that whole offense, running back. Like that was the main thing to me. Like especially like as far as like the goal line thing, because you had the running backs. You had
Coleman and Freeman.
I mean, them guys was like, they was your receivers out the backfield. I mean, they was just awesome. When Sarkisian, whatever his name is, came in, the whole dynamic. Me personally, Matt Ryan is not as good as everybody get him credit for. Yeah, he won the MVP that year, but I think, with a good offensive coordinator and that talent he has around, I mean, I felt like that's how he got it. Me personally, Matt Ryan is not that good. I don't put no blame. It's hard for me to put that blame on Julio.
Julio had 23 great games, touchdown. Everybody talk about it's Matt Ryan's fault.
And he'll probably still
but Julio, how many catches do he have? How many yards do he have?
I think it's the play calling too, because I watched those first 5 games.
If that's the case,
in the red zone, they didn't have him on the field.
Yeah, exactly.
They didn't have him in the game. That's a stupidity. That's a stupidity in itself.
This year he haven't been. But the last couple of years he have been. And you know what they doing? Man, you ain't catching no ball.
But see, that's the element of surprise, especially when they had Kyle Shanahan. You would never. Okay, everybody was thinking, okay, it's going to Julio. Okay, he's the big receiver. Not knowing that it's going to
Coleman or
Freeman. It's not even in the red zone. Why you can't score touchdowns outside of the red zone? 23 games, guys, 3 touchdowns for you to be one of the top receivers in the league. Name some of the top receivers back in the day. T.O. double triple team.
You can't compare. You can't compare them two.
No, I'm talking about no.
He just said great receiver because this guy is a top 3 receiver.
He's a top 3 receiver.
Without question.
So you got to get in the end zone.
I just don't think that's a tandem thing.
Exactly, but that's not his fault. I think it honestly fault, like you said, the play calling and Matt Ryan.
Because he's dependent on other people to get him the ball in the red zone. You can't sit here and tell me like Julio Jones is like not any good in the red zone. How is he good with the 20-20 and then all of a sudden he just sucks down here?
It's not the point that he sucks. He's just not getting in the end zone. I just told you why he's not getting in the end zone, because he's soft. He does not
so
balance.
You called him soft.
You called him soft, man. Look. Okay, Hopkins. Look at Hopkins touchdowns last year. Who was the quarterback?
After the shot, I don't know who was playing that team.
But he was scoring touchdowns.
He been scoring since he came in the league.
And that's what I'm saying. So, no, and that's the key. But he haven't had a great quarterback.
Oh, I mean, I'm not taking him to do 100 top 5 receiver. He's a top 5. He's not like a struggle.
So Matt Ryan been a good quarterback?
Matt Ryan.
Has he been a good quarterback?
He was a better quarterback than he was at Houston. He's better than Houston.
I'm not saying, but has he been a good quarterback? Like he's been a good quarterback.
Yeah,
he's been a good quarterback.
I give him being a decent quarterback, but as far as like, but he's got to take some of that blame though, man.
I'm not saying that he's not his blame, but when
you're
gonna leave, when you're gonna ask this question and you leave the man off who's not getting in the end zone, he's got to be on there. That you got to have him on as C also.
But at the same time, it still come down. It's the OC fault because, like you said, it was plays where in the red zone.
He's not even on the field. Like that's
but we can blame OC because I blame the OC in Dallas, but I also blame the quarterback in Dallas, and I also blame the receiver core. He do not make contested. That's the bottom line. The
But
Dallas
I seen him
Cowboys
make
receiver
contest-
right there
but-
do not make contested catches. He do not make contested catches in the red zone.
Okay, so
He had 19 attempts.
Tests in the field, but he don't make him in the red zone.
No.
So what's the difference?
Because the field shrinks, guys.
What they got to do with contested?
He don't really make contested. You watch it, he really don't make contested catches.
Man, I saw that man make some great
Oh,
catches.
he done made some good catches now, especially against Green Bay they played against that time. Who was it? He played. I can't remember who it was.
But the guy do not get in it.
Man, I saw a man have a 300-yard receiving game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good at receiving. Yeah, of course.
But he probably would have have about 5.
And that's what he was getting
He
through.
have over like
That year he had 300 something. What's
100
called?
catches.
He was outrunning. He was outrunning people. He was going to the end zone. He's not doing that now.
I mean, but you gotta think like he's older now. He's injury prone because he has been injured a lot.
I'm not calling. Hey man, you know what this is.
Watch the game. Like I told you, watch the game and watch him. He make those catches. He do not. When he make those catches, guys, he could be still standing up, pushing people out of the way his sides and going down the field. Look at some of these. Look at little small Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill catches the ball in traffic and he's still trying to go to.
Tyreek Hill runs a 4.2.
I don't care what he runs. I talk about he catches the ball in traffic. He catches the ball in traffic and take it to the
The
house.
great debate rages on right here on Sentell. I'm joined by the great Buck Thomas Westwood, man. We're just talking about Julio Jones. It is almost mind-boggling. 3 touchdowns in 23 games is just crazy for one of the best guys in the league. One of the most talented guys. I mean, 6'3", 6'4", 4'3", 40. I mean, just big and fast. I mean, he's just a monster. But 3 touchdowns it's crazy to explain.
It's a combination. It's a combination of all 3 of them, man. That's what I'm saying. It's a combination. You cannot leave this man. If this man is not getting in the end zone, you cannot leave him.
I can't. I mean, it's hard for me to say. I mean, like,
is he catching the football
this year alone? I mean, is he even?
How many catches he got? He on record pace to break the record for catches.
He got a lot of catches.
He got a lot of catches. So if you catch the football,
the
whole goal is to cross that goal line. Bruh, why are you not crossing the goal line?
Hold on, time out.
So if he's catching the ball, and then you say, "Oh, it's the OC, it's the quarterback."
Down in the red zone.
In the red zone, we talking about the red zone.
Execution.
So it's his fault that he's not in the game when in the red zone. Is that his fault?
This year, because I looked at how many attempts he had this year. This year he don't have a lot of attempts this year in the red zone. But
his history.
He's
not been a big touchdown guy
throughout
his history. But I'm not gonna call him soft for that.
I can't.
When it get close, when everything shrinks down, and it get close.
If the
field is small and it's there, and you got. Okay, I'm gonna get hit.
You know you're gonna get hit down there.
You're gonna get hit.
So,
but you cannot tell me you cannot. I honestly I would give the OC more blame than Matt Ryan. Because some of them play calling he makes down in the red zone,
it's horrible.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Matt Ryan make terrible decisions down there too. He league in red zone interception a couple times.
I tell you guys that there was a great play call at Philadelphia, Atlanta game, and he failed, got back up, and Matt Ryan still threw the ball to him.
And that was a tough play to make.
Exactly.
But the ball in the NFL, if the ball hits and go through your hand, that's not tough. Yeah. That's a drop. That's called a drop. The ball went right through his hand. The only thing that would have been tough is getting his. Yeah, the only thing that would have been tough is him getting his feet down. But look, ask toe tap AB. He would have got his down.
All right, we're about to get out here in a few seconds. Any last words before we got here? Party.
Yeah, party. Tomorrow. The pajama style Halloween party coming out at Gerald's. Starting at 9 o'clock, $5 to 11, $10 after that. Cash giveaway, $50 for the best costume or pajamas. Now I don't want no pajamas with SpongeBob or
the one is sexy. The one is sexy.
Oh yeah, you can wear some ones.
One is especially a black type one.
Batman, but this Halloween. However, come on out to one of the hottest spots everybody been sleeping on. So come on out. But Wild Entertainment, we're gonna have a ball, and I got something special coming from all of them first.
I was about to say something, but Me Too movement going on right now. I'm keeping my mouth closed.
You don't want to. Got a final word before we get out.
All prayers to Joe Anoya, aka Roman Reigns. The guy been battling with leukemia for 11 years. And it's came back, you know, hitting him hard right now. At probably one of the best times of his career. All praise to the guy, cause the guy, I mean, he's a good guy. Family man. That's one thing I love. Them guys that just he's a soldier. He's a dog. You know what I'm saying? He's a family man. He's a good dad. You know what I'm saying? I love guys like that. You know, all prayers to him. You know what I'm saying? Dude, get well soon. Hurry up and get back so you can put on some more classic matches, man.
Well said. And also on that note, let me say rest in peace, Brad Jen. With Brad, Cowan Falls, everybody know a big teddy bear, stereotypical thing. Big guy always say, "Soft as a teddy bear." It's nice to everybody. He passed away yesterday, young age. Prayers to him and his family. Condolences to all. I will see you Monday for Overreaction Monday. It's gonna be a reaction because I'm gonna either be here crying or I'm gonna be here celebrating, Georgia fan. You have no idea the kind of party I will throw if we win this game Saturday. Tune in. It's gonna be a blast. I will see you guys next Monday night for Overreaction Monday. Right here on the best damn sports podcast, period.
South Florida, baby.
The hottest sports podcast in the South. This has been Sentell's Intel. We will see you Monday night. I am out.
Do you feel the